not even in frame. Hold on.
Wait, you're in the frame? Did you move? Did it move?
Who's hot? Who's not? Who's... There you go. Who's hot? Who's not?
I like it.
Ah! Who's hot? Who's not?
She told me to start it before she even sat down. Just start it.
Yeah,
I'll
start
be
it.
frame.
Oh, yeah. Good morning.
Rock here.
Nancy here.
I'm happy we got that intro back.
I know. It was stressing you out, wasn't it?
Little things like that, yeah. It's like...
Really?
Well,
you gotta learn to let that go. You won't live past 50.
Well, here's the thing about that, okay? I hear what you're saying. I acknowledge it. But I'm just saying...
This is not a therapy session.
Little things like that can be on the 100%, should just be on the 100%. They should just be.
Yeah, but you're resisting what is not.
Who is it?
Yeah.
Resisting.
Yeah. You have to just stop resisting.
Oh, I'm not going to resist anymore.
Okay. Be in flow.
I'm in flow.
Yeah. Because what you resist persists. So,
Does it?
Yeah.
Okay, right
yeah,
now.
Exactly.
So it's Friday.
Yeah, how's everybody doing?
How's everybody doing? We're alive.
Beautiful start to the weekend.
She's alive.
Yes. We're alive. And
it's a beautiful day.
And I have like a new smoothie.
A new smoothie. Let's see it. Let's try it.
All right. Cheers.
I got more of the ice cube water. Give me a second. Oh, that's good.
Yeah, that's really
creamy.
Really good. You know what'd be funny? It'd be funny if I because I'm experimenting with smoothies this week, and it'd be kind of funny if I would invent one, and it would taste horrible, and we would have to put on a straight face. It's really, really good. No, but it's good. It's really good.
Well, I wouldn't say really good. So, it's good. It's good.
It's good. It's good. It's a pumpkin smoothie.
Pumpkin
pie smoothie.
Molasses.
Yeah.
Stuff like that. You know?
Iron rich.
Iron.
Because you got your iron in pumpkin. Pumpkin filling.
Yeah.
Pumpkin puree.
Puree.
And you get your iron in...
Puree?
Am I saying it right? Iron?
Puree?
I always have a hard time saying that.
Iron.
Iron.
But iron.
Totally
French.
In your molasses.
Iron.
I know.
Iron.
In your molasses. So yeah, if you're low on iron.
Iron?
There's a smoothie for that.
Does that ever happen to you when you say a word so many times it just loses all meaning? It's like, am I saying it right? I'm not even sure anymore. Mm-hmm. What's the word you're trying to say? Truck. It's like, really, you can't say truck? I've said it 100 times.
Yeah. So today we're celebrating.
We are
celebrating. There's a book for that.
There's a book for that. Apparently it's my book.
Apparently it's your book. You finished your first draft. I'm so proud of you.
Finished my first draft, yeah. It was quite the experience. It's like 3 years in the making, I guess.
Yes. Yeah. And I want you to tell people a little bit about your book. What is it about? What's your intention behind the book? Just a brief preview of what they can...
Well, I mean, the intention is to help people, obviously. I shouldn't say obviously, because that's not always the intention, but my intention is to help people.
Right.
It's also about awareness about what happens behind closed doors, specifically when it comes to sexual abuse and stuff like that. So I talk about my life. I talk about the things that I've done to change my patterns and continuously change my patterns. And basically that's what it is. It's a retelling of my life. It's my life and it's now or never.
Wow.
Right?
That's awesome.
Yeah?
Yeah.
So yeah, that's what it is. Talk about my life. I don't know. I feel kind of weird talking about it, to be honest.
I know. I can tell.
I just don't know what to say.
I know. He was like, I don't know what to say. I'm like,
it's not finished yet. That's why.
Just talk about your experience writing the book. A little bit about your book. You know, like how you've had a difficult upbringing, but you overcame many of your internal demons. You've learned the tools and how to deal with those things.
The reason the book has taken quite this long to write is because I've had to transition three times already. Because I started writing the book when I was connected to my parents, or wasn't, I should say, the first time. Then I reconnected. So I started rewriting the book in that state of mind. And then things have changed again. And then you start rewriting the book again. But life changes always. And not necessarily life changes, but your perception on life changes.
Right.
So as I was rereading some of these passages, I would say to myself, you wouldn't say it this way now, would you? So I have to continuously rewrite and retweak how I would say certain things, because the vocabulary in the book doesn't match the vocabulary I'm using now. Mm-hmm. So the plan is to get it done this round with this vocabulary, so that I don't have to rewrite it again in like a year.
That's so awesome.
But yeah, I find it interesting because as I write the book, a kind of interesting process. I allow myself to let go of certain things. Let it go. Mm-hmm. And as I let go of some things, not only do I feel better about letting go, but I also am like new memories come to mind. Like, oh, do you remember that? Do you remember that? Mm. And they're not always pleasant memories. They're not all bad memories, but things that I've forgotten, things that I've kind of buried within myself.
That's really interesting because you're actually because you have to go there, so you're channeling that energy and new things come up. Yeah,
it's like you're purging a little bit at a time, but as you continue to purge, or as I continue to purge, more stuff keeps bubbling up, just because there's been so much over the years.
All stored energy.
And it's all like in a container, right?
Yeah. All that stored energy is just kind of like resurfacing, and then kind of...
It's been a good experience so far. I feel good about it.
Yeah. I've actually... excuse me. I've actually noticed a different energy around you, because I don't know if this book was more of a release. Like,
yes.
It liberated you, and it kind of like bring everything to the surface. But when you bring everything to the surface, you're able to let it go on some level, and it really allowed you to just like a lift, like you're able to
the energy's a bit lighter. Yeah, that's 100%
yes,
for sure.
Exactly.
I mean, I'm just a guy. I have a lot of work to do. I'm not some guru or some monk coming out from a cave. I'm just an average guy like everybody else, and I have a story to share like most of us do. The big difference is I'm willing to put it in a book and expose it all. Mm-hmm. Most people won't, which is fine. And once I'm getting it edited right now, but after that's done, I have more stories now that I have to add to it. And I'm around 42,000 words. I'd like to get to at least 50,000 if that would be possible. 8,000 words. Right. It's a lot of pages. But anyways, when I first started rewriting it this time around, I only had like 46 pages. And then when I submitted that draft, I had like 120.
That's awesome.
So as you rewrite and re-edit, new stories come to mind, and you add and add and add and add. And the next thing you know, you've got yourself a book. Yeah. So what is your main takeaway that you want your readers to get from your book? Well, ultimately that what happens, there's a couple of aha moments that I've come to realize as I've progressed, and I've realized Good morning. I've realized that you are not what happens to you, but in fact what you are is what you become during the process. Yes. So a lot of people who experience hardship, they have they go the other way instead of helping. Remember we talked about the villain and the hero? One of the shows we talked about that? Yes. So the villain and the hero are essentially the same person. They both experience hardship, but the difference is the hero wants to help people with that information versus the victim, or not the victim, but the villain wants everybody to feel that pain in a bad way. Mm-hmm. They want to tear everything down. Yeah. So I used to be the villain. Yeah. But I transitioned from that to hero. Mm-hmm. So I can see my progression. And so one of the big takeaways, like I said, is not what happens to you that matters, it's what you become during the way. And also, people who experience hardship, can have good lives no matter what. Like you can will yourself into a better space.
Absolutely.
And it's difficult to do that.
Well, that's why
challenging.
A lot of people don't do that.
But here's the thing. It's very easy to stay at the bottom. There's zero effort to stay at the bottom. It's like those of us who are morbidly obese. It's not difficult to get to that weight, to that point. All you have to do is just keep eating everything. All of your emotions. Whatever. It's a lot more difficult to stay on track, stay motivated, stay in shape, pursue growth. But that's why it's worth doing, and that's why it's supposed to be hard. Because if it wasn't hard, everybody would be doing it, and then it wouldn't matter. There'd be no meaning into it anymore. So
yeah, exactly. Well, I'm really, really proud of you, and I know it took a lot of you because you had to revisit a lot of your childhood memories, but I think the intention carried you along the way of wanting to help people, and
yeah, it's like a release / therapy / wanting to help other people.
That's
basically.
Great.
Yeah,
that's great. So, any final thoughts?
Final thoughts
Yeah.
with Jack Handy. Remember that SNL? No. No final thoughts.
Nick says he looks forward to reading your book.
Right on.
Yeah.
I appreciate that. So yeah, that's right now it's being edited.
Yeah, well, your editor is very proud of you.
Yeah, that's good. I appreciate that.
That's so awesome.
But once that's done, and then I get to add more stories, I am going to explore how to publish it. I'm going to self-publish because I don't want to. You can do that now.
Yeah, it's amazing the things you can do now.
It seems like the old traditional way of publishing a book are going the way of the dodo bird. Finding a publisher, that sort of stuff, book tours. You can do all that online now. So I haven't decided whether or not I'm just going to have a hard copy, or if it's going to be audio, or if it's just going to be a PDF, or if it's going to be all three. Probably all three. But yeah, so that's where I'm at with that.
That's super cool.
I think it's exciting.
And have you thought of a title for your book, or?
Right now, it's just called Things to Consider.
Okay.
And by Rock Bit, whatever.
Yeah.
I'm not sure if I'm going to change that. I'm open. But at the same time, it's like I haven't put much thought into that.
Yeah. And why did you choose this title, Things to Consider?
It's just kind of been my thing, Things to Consider. I have a course coming out that I'm going to be working on that's going to be called the same thing, Things to Consider. And it's just, I don't know, it's just something that stuck with me.
There you go. And Anne says that she has ideas for you, so that's great. That's
perfect.
Super awesome. Awesome. So we're going to leave you with that.
Yeah.
I really, really hope you guys have a great weekend.
Thanks for tuning in.
Thank you for tuning in. Thank you for all your support.
We love you.
Oh, we just love doing the morning show. It's so much fun.
We're going to keep going.
And we're going to end it there with this?
Yeah, let's do it.
Yeah, okay, cool.
You gotta.
Yeah,
I gotta.
The intro is
just fast forward. Yeah, just right there.
Oh.
Yeah.
Did not do it. I get knocked down, but I get up.
Don't forget, it's not what happens to you; it's what you become.
Yes, exactly.
Have a great weekend.
Have a great weekend, you guys. We love you.
We love you. Do something nice for somebody. Way out.